Good evening, this is Bremster, and I'm planning on doing some more Alexplorer, who was questing through Blade's Edge Mountains, and, you know, I was having some fun with that, so I'm going to try and do some more of that. Now, I believe she's currently in Chatrat City, so I will fly back to Blade's Edge Mountains, and then I'm going to do a circuit of where that rare spawn is, which will mean doing it on the flying mount, and then I'm going to head back to Toshley Station and continue questing from there. It's good to have a plan. It's not a plot because I told you about it. It's now a plan. If I hadn't told you about it, it would be a plot. Hi, Butterfly. So, Mode of Fire sold, Fellweed sold, Mode of Mana sold, Attorney Moore sold, Adamantite Ore, Mode of Light sold, the Dawnstone did not, Mode of Life and Mode of Air did not. How are you, Butterfly?
The Naru have not forgotten us.
So I'm flying to Sylvanar. Oh, thank you, Keith. Have a good one with whatever it is you're doing. I had a really nice dinner with Maggie. I was actually going to play something other than WoW tonight. A game company sent me a couple of beta keys to a game, Find the Hidden Cat game that they were planning on releasing later this year. And I was going to do that. And I booted up their game and tried to install it to play tonight. And the install failed, so I couldn't do it. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Something about Burning Crusade. The first three, World of Warcraft, the Vanilla Zones, the Burning Crusade, and Wrath of the Lich King. There is something about that experience which is still, I don't know, it still feels more pure than any other part of World of Warcraft. I think it's because it's still the game before, I mean, I won't say before it got corrupted, but before it, the heart of the game changed. But there we go. So that's one of the rare spawns done. And I've got a cloth chest piece that I didn't have before, which is cool. And I will go back to the flight point which I stopped off at. So that was a rare spawn detour, which I could only do on my own flying mount. And then I'm going to fly using the built-in system as if I only had ground mounts back to Toshli's. So now I'm doing the no flying under my own steam for questing thing again. So that was a win. This session was already good for getting me that. Okay. Now I need to do the test flight.
Can I help you?
Which I think takes me to the location where I do the... for the next quest hub.
Congratulations.
I could be wrong. There's a mini dark portal down there.
It's too far away.
Okay, how do I catch these light orbs is going to be an interesting question, isn't it? So that seems to be the way to have to do it. So you pull the mob, then you drop the thing, kill the mob, and hit the trap. And if you accidentally loot rather than hitting the trap, you don't get that. Wow. Okay, there's some annoying quests here. Hey, Chip. That didn't count. That didn't count either. How is this supposed to happen? That one did. The orbs fly off in kind of semi-random directions, so... That didn't work? Wow. That one didn't work? It's kind of just random. That one didn't work? That one didn't work. That one, the trap didn't even go down when I pushed the button.
I'm out of range.
If you try and get in front of where the light is going to be, you can't even really see where it's going to be. Or they get too high. Oh dear. Don't know how that just randomly got trapped.
I need to get closer.
Hey, Eric. I hope you have a good day at work.
Congratulations. It's too far away. I need to get closer. Congratulations.
Yeah, sometimes the best days are the uneventful ones. I've only got 3 days this week before I go on holidays. Where I will be at PAX. Oh gosh, you're back so soon. I saw you take off and shut up like a rocket. I'm sure it would take at least a month of convalescing to mend the broken legs from that flight. You're tough and brave and foolhardy, but mostly you're brave.
Off and away. Need assistance?
I take it that since you were speaking, you have the light orbs from Razan's Landing. It'll be interesting to take a look at them and see what the Ethereal are up to.
Be seeing you.
Hey, just wait one damn minute. This doesn't look good.
Alrighty
The
then.
blood drains out of Toshli's face. These orbs are made up of both nether energy and souls. Some of them gnome souls. How dare they? Were they the ones killing our people that travelled north? Alexplorer, you must put a stop to this, and the only way to do that is to finish off their leader, Nexus Prince Razan. You'll have to coax him out of hiding, though. I'm guessing that you can do that by killing a lot of Razani Ethereal. Bring me the collection of souls that he no doubt has.
You have a great day now.
Never pass up a good thing.
You have my pound of flesh? Why, what did you think was funny?
Never.
These ought to do nicely. Don't they stink, though? I hope this is worth your troubles. I'm just glad it was you collecting this stuff instead of me.
Hey. Daylight's burning.
I will not still be here in 3 hours. This is going to be a shorter stream. I need to adjust to daylight savings a little.
range.
There he is, walking up the ridge. So I'm gonna go kill him and get the souls he has. Hey, hey, he's the Nexus Prince. People says he princes about. Or is that prances? The princes that prances. The princess that prances on the precipice of the... The prince that prances on the precipice of the... I don't know. I got nothing. Honestly, the best thing to do, Butterfly, would just be turn it on and keep it on. I'm still a firm believer that the entire world should run on UTC. There is no way you would ever convince people to do it, but from a technology and logic perspective, it would save the world. It would save the world basically multiple billions of dollars a year. But we won't do it because people are people. Have you dealt with that soul-stealing monster, Razan, yet?
Off and away.
Good riddance to him. Thank you for putting an end to their macabre twisting of magic and technology. As a true hero of gnomes everywhere, I hereby bequeath unto you our highest honor. Some power converters and your pick of any of these. I don't know what you'll put. I know you'll put them to good use. I already have a power converter.
Alrighty then.
So the power converter is apparently a toy, which I already had. And it does that. Woohoo. Now I'm heading up to here, I suppose. To Ruin Weald. Well, I mean, the amount of money that is spent on making computers understand time zones is insane. Like, absolutely insane. Like, we had, just our organization, which is not large, had probably 15 people working over the weekend just because the clocks changed. And there would have been lots of companies doing the same. Every time the clocks change somewhere, there are people doing it. And every time someone codes something, they have to code it to understand different time zones and different time formats and different time structures, and it's just dumb. Now, I understand that the concept of time as a local thing is sort of a carryover from when we didn't actually have communications that was a concept. So the sun came up in the morning and went down in the evening. But we've had communications that don't work that way for over a century. And we've had global, like very much like global systems for a long time. And think of the amount of effort that is put into just trying to get people to understand what different times are in different locations. It's insane. And as more and more organizations go more and more global, it's even worse. Particularly as you get some locations, US, that refuse to communicate in anything other than, what is it, Pacific Central or Eastern or whatever their times are.
I am honored.
The Arakoa of Ruin Weald elevate from their flock to the harbingers of the Raven. Elevate from their flock to the harbingers of the Raven, the heralds of their god. They believe the harbingers watch over them from the sky, where they receive the teachings of the Raven and descend to pass this message along. The harbingers hold a powerful sway over the souls of the Arakoa. They use magical pendants, which we need. Attract one of the harbingers by slaying its flock and taking their claws. Place the claws upon the altar to get his attention. Collect 6 Ruin claws and use them at the Ruin Oracle Circle to summon a Harbinger of the Raven. Kill it to collect its Harbinger's pendant.
Greetings, traveler.
When we arrived in the Ruin Weald, the worm cultists were keeping themselves into Blackwing Coven, the tunnel to the west, but now they are encroaching upon us here. I need you to find the worm cultist's overseer. He is known to make a regular patrol between the various camps in the Ruin Weald. Negotiate with him. Let him know that there's room for compromise, but that we will not condone or allow the wholesale slaughter of the wildlife, nor the felling of all the trees.
Walk with the Earth Mother. I'm listening. What brings you here?
I walked. Northeast of here, on the plateau above us, lies the burnt ashes of my ancient home. A great wood flourished there before the Burning Legion sent their imps to burn us away. So many died that even centuries later my tired old heart hungers for revenge. There are too many of them for us to ever reclaim the land, but you could make them afraid. Surely you will help me. Mosswood the Ancient wants you to kill 8 Scorch Imps, then return to him and Ruin Weald. If you follow the road east and up the side of the mountain, then turn north, you will come to my long-lost home. Once there was a wood there. Its name is forgotten. Long ago the Burning Legion summoned scorched imps and other creatures of flame. My home was destroyed and my people fled. Now only I remain. I have saved some ironroot seeds that could be planted in fertile volcanic soil. Their magic is strong. Do this for me, and I will share with you the treasures of a forgotten age. Thus would the ancient want you to journey to Skald and plant ironroot seeds in 3 different mounds of fertile volcanic soil, and then return to him in Runweald.
The winds guide you. We shall meet again.
Maybe.
What's on your mind?
Good. I've seen you around and I've been meaning to speak to you about a matter of some importance. There are reports coming in that for some reason the Bloodmaw ogres are planning an offensive against Sylvanar and Runweald. We don't know who or what is pushing them to do this, but I intend to nip their plan in the bud. Bloodmaw Camp is where the attacks are to be staged from. Head northwest down the ramp out of Runweald and you will find it. I want you to kill their leader, Doragok.
Be good.
King's honor, friend.
I've heard that you've done us more than proud in the fight against the ogres thus far. Now I would ask that you face them again. I want you to crush the ogres at Bloodmaw Camp. To get down there, head northwest down the ramp out of the Runweald. You will find them at the base of the ramp. Good luck, Paladin. Slay 10 Bloodmaw Maulers and 5 Bloodmaw Warlocks.
Farewell. Hi.
The number of atrocities committed by the Burning Legion is countless. Even as we speak, they send their legion forces against the creatures of this land. Helpless to defend against their power, they fall one by one. Alexplorer, help me stop these crimes of nature. Destroy or which they corrupt. Help me stop these crimes of nature, destroy or which they corrupt. Right. Over the hill, east of here, you will see the corruption spreading across Bladed Gulch. Kill the ones causing the crime, the fell corruptors, and as many fellsworn as you can. Slay 4 fellsworn Scalewing, 4 fellsworn Daggermore, and 2 fell corruptors. Let's try the negotiations first. Okay, maybe I'll come back for this. Oh no, there he is. Blades Edge Mountains are a place of great opportunity. How unfortunate that some deem themselves above all others on matters that pertain to taking advantage of some opportunities. Who do the Cenarian expedition think they are to tell us what we cannot do here? Overseer, I'm here to negotiate on behalf of the Cenarian expedition.
Congratulations.
Negotiations? Negotiations? Allow me to make our stance perfectly clear. We're free people, able to do whatever we want and come and go as we please. The Cenarian expedition does not own this mountain range. There will be no negotiations. Now go back to the Druids and tell them that we will continue to do as we please. You know, you could have walked to the 30 feet yourself.
What brings you here?
What? They dismissed you and our proposals out of hand? This is outrageous. We go to them in good faith, and they turn you away without even trying to come to a compromise? Well, we will see about that.
Ancestors.
We will not stand idly by while they decimate the Runweald around us. Our first priority must be to the trees. Paladin, I want you to go back out into the world and deliver a very different message for us. I want you to slay every one of their hewers that you come into contact with. If they will not listen to reason, perhaps they will listen to a more assertive method of persuasion. If they will not talk, they will be destroyed.
Congratulations.
The cultist dropped this note, which apparently was to be delivered to Overseer Nuar. It is signed by someone named Colphus Darkscale. It is likely that Tree Warden Chorn will be interested in looking at this. But first, I have some hewers to kill. There's actually not that many hewers here, is there? They want me to kill 10, but there's not many here. Man, this quest would have sucked back in the day. Kill 10 of a mob that there aren't 10 of while competing with other people. Yeah. This one would have been phenomenal. I don't remember it, but wow, this would have been sucky. Oh no, there's another location for them. Good.
Congratulations.
Oh, I need to find the ramp down. It's over there. Ludmore Mauler and Warlock slain. There's a Mauler. And I also need to kill Dorgok. Open the Dorgok. Open the Dorgok's arteries. Open the Dorgok's arteries and let him fall down. Dorgok not in here. Dorgok must be up top. Me forgot to summon my ethereal trader.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
A token in the form of a small statuette falls from Dorgok's dead clutch. It bears a striking resemblance to one of the Gron. Surely Commander Hafer Stonewall at Evergrove in Ruin Weald up the ramp to the east would be interested in this. I do really love having a record of all of these zones. Really? That was a soothsayer, not a warlock. That's a warlock.
Congratulations.
Baron Sablemane's Blackwhelp? What the heck is that? I want to look that up. I don't know what that is. He just paths, no particular reason for him. Just one of those things that's in the game. Now, how many Ruin Oak claws did I need? for creating the pendant? 6.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Harbinger of the Raven yells, "What human dare harm those of my flock?"
Congratulations.
Apparently I flocked up.
You need something?
The lieutenant nods her head in obvious approval of your killing prowess. I'm impressed, Alexplorer. Your reputation seems to be well deserved. Every time one of the ogres is felled, we come one step closer to ridding ourselves of a danger that has no intention of leaving us in peace.
Go with honor, friend.
Well met. See you soon.
With Durgok dead, the Bloodmaw ogres are without leadership and should be in disarray until another leader arises from within their ranks. Thank you, Paladin. I think we can breathe a little easier now. They say that a lot, don't they? Hello, lass. What news do you bring?
Safe travel.
Oh, now that's pretty. Looks like a lot of those Gron that are always bossing the Bridespire ogres around. I think you should find it in the hands of one of the Bloodmaw leaders.
Be good.
This is bad news. Gogrum the Dragon Eater is behind the recent Bloodmaw plans against Sylvanar. Why, he's manipulating them, and not just using the Bladespire. I don't know, but if we're to deal with a Gron, we're going to need help. I know a man who is wise in the ways of all sorts of exotic magics. Baron Sablemane is his name, and you can find him at the Circle of Blood, back down the ramp to the northwest, and then southwest through the canyon. Ask him to fashion us a trap for the Gron.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Congratulations.
I don't know, I just guess.
Greetings.
Once the Harbinger is aware of your attack upon his flock, he will be quick to respond. You have it. With this pendant, I will be able to attune you to the Arakoa of Grishnath in such a way that will enable you to comprehend their speech. With this, we may gain further understanding of the Arakoa and the nature of the Raven. I will need your help to do this. At Grishnash, totems left by the oracles of the Raven enable the Arakoa to hear the words of the Raven. Unfortunately, the language of the Arakoa is indecipherable to us. Using the Harbinger's pendant, we can understand it. You will be able to take the souls of the Arakoa to understand their language. While you are suffused with the Arakoa's spirit, you can visit the totems to understand their message. Discover this for us, Alexplorer. Kill Grishna Arakoa to gain understanding Raven speech for 2 minutes. While under the effects of the speech, you can find and receive the prophecy from the 4 shrines.
I've been expecting you.
Thank you, Alexplorer. While we see to it that the wildlife will replenish itself in quick order, regrowing the trees, especially in natural fashion, is a much more time-intensive process.
May the eternal
What's that you have there? Is that a bloodstain on that note?
we shall
This is interesting, but disturbing. I wonder if Semir knows who this Colphus Darkscale is.
the eternal
I'm not certain what we should do. I'm not much of a military planner. Watcher Moonshade will know what to do. He's heading up our defensive efforts at the Wormskull Tunnel to the west and the end of Wormskull Bridge. We have a force out there just in case the cultists try anything funny. Please, take the note to him with all due haste. Deliver the meeting note to Watcher Moonshade at the entrance of the Wormskull Tunnel in Blades Edge Mountains.
Congratulations.
watch over.
I'm going to pick up the next quest, and I've just started to get a little fadey, so I might end the session after that. Pardon me, but I couldn't help overhear your conversation with Chorn. I'd like to help. I'm studying the Blackwing Coven and helping the druids in their dealings with them. I'm very interested in acquiring a few of their dragon whelps. It would help us to gauge exactly what we're up against by understanding that which they revere. But first we're going to need to acquire some nets. I notice that the worm cult poachers out in Ruin Weald have an abundance of them. Collect 5 worm cult
See you
nets.
around.
But I think I am going to... There is an inn here somewhere. I think it's... Yeah, it's here, because this is where the mailbox is. I am going to walk into the inn, and then I am going to log out. I didn't plan on ending this session so early. Less than an hour was unexpected, but I'm a little woozy. So rather than get more woozy and come out of this not enjoying it, I'm going to stop. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to return to Alexplorer in the next week. And after that, when I get back from holidays, Legion Remix will have started, and I'm probably going to hyper-focus on that for pretty much the rest of the year. So Alexplorer, who's been asked to make all haste, may end up being stuck here for a couple of months. We will see. And, you know, Bremick has been stuck in Battle for Azeroth for a while as well, needing to go to the Horde continent. But the Legion Remix is definitely something I'm curious about. Hopefully other people will join me for that and see the story of Legion. Thank you, everyone. This has been a lot of fun, but I need to get away from the computer. Sorry about the cutting it off short in the middle of everything. I try not to do that. Thanks, everyone, and as always, good luck finding the stories that make you happy. Bye, everyone.